Recently, someone had asked me about a prophecy that had not come to pass in their life, and they wanted to know what went wrong. How did this prophecy not come to pass? There's a thing about prophecy, that when we do receive a prophecy, it's not just on the prophet or not just on God who has given that prophetic word, but it's on us who's hearing that word to clearly understand the interpretation of the prophecy, to understand what that prophecy is trying to speak to us. I remember years ago when I was just finishing medical school, I was in a meeting and a prophet came and told me, "You'll be a mother to many." After the meeting was over, someone approached me and said, "Does that mean that you're going to be a pediatrician?" Until that point, I had not thought about what that prophecy meant. And now I took the interpretation of someone that was also listening to that prophecy. And I thought, is that what it meant? Okay, I'll run with it. So for the word that was given, I started running with becoming a pediatrician. And that was not really what my heart had for. But I thought, okay, if God has spoken it, let me go after it. And I did. And I remember exactly 2 months before I was going to put in my applications to do my residency training in pediatrics, that would seal the deal that I would do 3 years of training and then be a pediatrician. Just 2 months before that application period, God spoke to me and He came and He corrected me and He showed me that I had gotten it wrong, that prophecy did not mean that I should become a pediatrician. That prophecy did not tell me to become a pediatrician, and I had been chasing the wrong prophetic interpretation. So the prophecy itself was not wrong, but my interpretation of the prophecy was wrong. And now years later, I see that prophecy, and it said, "You'll be a mother to many." But what God meant was not for me to be a pediatrician, but God wanted me to be a pastor and a spiritual mother to many. But if I had gotten that prophecy wrong and went full for it without interpreting and talking to God about it, I would have been in a different situation. And if I was in that different situation, I might have looked at God and said, "God, why am I here? Why am I not in the where you were called me to be?" But it wasn't God's fault. It wasn't the prophet's fault. It was my interpretation. So today I want to remind you, 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 9, it says, "For we know in part, and we prophesy in part. But when that which is perfect has come, then that which is in part will be done away with." So prophecy is when we know in part, and we prophesy in part. So we have to take the prophecies that we have received, and we have to go to the one who has given it. And we have to talk to God. We have to wrestle with God to get understanding of our prophetic words. We don't want to run with our prophetic words with our own understanding and with our own logic. We need to go to God and say, "God, you have given this word. Tell me what it means. God, you have given me this word. What are my next steps?" So today I want to encourage you, with your prophetic words, go to the one that makes them, that brings them to pass, and talk to Him, because He's going to guide you in your next step. I hope this word has blessed you. If it has, like, comment, and share.